Well, hello everyone. I hope you're having a very Merry Christmas season. Today's video is all about decorating for Christmas with kids in mind. If you guys have little ones, if you're about to have a baby, if you have grandchildren, this video is gonna be packed full of ways to decorate smartly. Is that a word? Wisely, where you won't have a lot of broken things. You could still have a beautiful home for Christmas, but just using a few of these tips, I think it's really gonna maximize everyone's comfortability during the holidays. Also, I wanted to include some really fun things that we are doing this year for our boys as they are getting older and they are starting to be able to actually enjoy the holidays and making memories and traditions and things like that. So without further ado, well, maybe the question of the video should be, what is your favorite Christmas holiday tradition with your kids? Or maybe when you were growing up, if you don't have kids now, what was something you remember doing with your family that was really sweet and special during the holidays? Leave it in the comments below, hit the subscribe button, thumbs it up, and let's get started. So first things first, let's just talk about the Christmas tree. If you guys are doing artificial trees, the very first year we lived in this house, we had beautiful flocked trees. Now, I didn't have any kids yet. I was very pregnant with Sawyer, but I did notice as we were putting up the flocked trees, taking them down, cleaning them up, there was flocking everywhere. And had I had a crawling toddler in that season, it would have been a nightmare. So the first tip when it comes to your Christmas tree is to go for a natural artificial tree, not a flocked tree, until your youngest is probably like 3. Like walking and has some level of self-control. But once they get past that age and they do have some self-control and they're not crawling, I feel like a flocked tree could be amazing. I'm still holding out for my flocked tree memories to come, probably when they're 12. Tip number 2 is using shatterproof ornaments and balls. Okay, so shatterproof is a really fancy way of saying plastic, basically not glass, not something that is delicate and breakable. You can buy these anywhere, literally anywhere. I will link the ones that I got below, but even on my tree right now, the polka dot ones are shatterproof, the candy twists are shatterproof. And shatterproof doesn't just mean plastic too. You could also lean into more, depending on your style. Like this year I have some tin ornaments that are like metal, or like the bells, you know, those are metal. I also have like foam, like the foam wrapped in cloth for the packages and the little drummer boy drum. I also have yarn balls. Last year I did felt ornaments, a ton of felt and wood ornaments, which is an amazing fabric or like material to use with kids because they can touch them. It's like great sensory for them, it's fun. And if they fall off the tree, that is okay. What does that mean for the rest of your really special ornaments that you've been collecting your whole life that are just adorable, that are very breakable and very specialty and beautiful and glass? Well, that doesn't mean you can't use them. That leads me to tip number 3. All of those types of ornaments, just put them up higher or put them inside the tree where they're a little bit more protected. But basically just put them out of reach for your little ones. You can still utilize them, just be wise with the placement and allow them to take center stage on the top part of the tree. Tip number 4, get yourself some floral wire and wire your stuff to your trees. I have bows on my tree. I have wood ornaments on my tree. Like I said, I have the drummer boy drum and I have that Santa ladder. All of that stuff is on the low part of my tree. It's very, very much accessible to Brody. In fact, Brody does like grabbing onto those things and shaking them. So if you want those things to actually stay where they are, get yourself some wire and wire your stuff to the tree. Now, if you have a good artificial tree, hi Scout. Are your paws dirty? I hope not. I just got my sofa cleaned. Now, if you have an artificial tree, you can actually use some of the branches if you have like a bigger item and use those as wire, you know, like grab a branch in the very back, pull it forward, wrap it around the ladder or whatever, and that will secure it to the tree without having to use wire. It just kind of depends the size of your item and if you have enough extra branches, if it's a full enough tree to do that method. Tip number 5 is to decorate your home with non-breakable decor. So it's another way of saying pick a theme that goes well with materials that are not breakable. Doing like a frosted winter wonderland theme with all glass is probably not ideal, but doing something like a farmhouse theme, or even the theme that we've picked here, which is more of like a vintage Santa theme. But I will also make a note, I don't really think that you need to make your entire house childproof. Like for example, I'm gonna get up and grab something here. Okay, this is a beautiful little snow globe, well, glitter globe of Jesus, baby Jesus, and his parents, okay? This is plastic, but if this were to be thrown hard enough, it could definitely break it, right? So we still have this out on the coffee table. If the kids knock it over and it falls, it's gonna be fine. It's not like a super delicate thing, but it still does need some teaching moments around it to be gentle and to be respectful of the things in mommy and daddy's, and not mommy and daddy's home, in our home. So pick a theme where that theory or that method will work for your family. And I think that you'll see your kids have so much fun, but they also are learning when they go into other people's homes that aren't necessarily as child-proofed as yours. They know how to behave, they know how to act, and you can still have really cute, fun things like this out all the time. Number 6, invest in light up toys each year. I think it's so nostalgic and so sweet to invest in something that is so special and bright. This year, we got this one for Brody and this one for Sawyer. Now you don't have to get one for each kid, but I went a little overboard this year. But how fun is that? It's so magical, it's so special. The kids can put them in their rooms every year if they want, and it also makes noise. But I just think it's really special. Again, this is something that could very easily break with Sawyer, but I have been teaching him that if you break this, you know, who knows where these little reindeer are gonna go? Who knows what's gonna happen to this tree? You don't wanna break it, because then it could be ruined. So he's learning to be gentle around it. But he still might mess something up, and you know, at the end of the day, they're kids. You have to be okay with that. But I think depending on their age and you know your kid's temperament, this makes Christmas really fun to be able to have something that makes noise, that lights up, and is very festive. Okay, number 7, if you guys have little boys who love Christmas trains, in fact, I'm pretty sure little girls would think this is adorable too, because it's so animated and fun, and there's buttons to push and it lights up and it sings. I found the best Christmas train, and I think it just makes, again, it makes Christmas so fun and festive because you only have it out during Christmas. For us, that happens to be 3 months, but for most people, it's just a month or 2 months, and people or kids love the excitement of getting all of that out and setting it up. I think with Sawyer, it's been really fun to teach him which buttons do what, and watching him memorize it and know how to work the train himself has been really cool. It gives them a sense of responsibility. The best thing you can do is try to find it secondhand, so that way you're not wrecked when they wreck it, because that could very well happen. Finding it at a garage sale, or for me, I found mine on Facebook Marketplace. It wasn't like the most pristine, brand new train. It's been used and it's old and it stops working from time to time, but Tyler is the best mechanic and knows how to figure it out every time. It would obviously be sad if it broke forever, but like if things go wrong with it, I didn't spend a fortune on it, and it's fun while it lasts. And something about it is just so magical. I can't describe it. You just see the look in their eyes when they watch this train, and it's animated and Santa pops out and the lady in the oven is getting Christmas cookies out, and it's just really cute. Okay, number 8, this is a good one when you want to decorate their bedrooms. So mommy gets to decorate, you know, the living room and the dining room and the mantle and the staircase, and obviously I have a way that I want to do that. But as they get older, I do think it's really special to have them help me decorate, and at this age of theirs, I just think it'll be really easy and fun to decorate their rooms. And so for me, I'm planning on using these really cool light up paper stars. But I think these paper stars are really cool because you can reuse them every year. They fold up really easy, and they are kind of like this really low, moody like illumination, which is nice, like at nighttime when they go to bed. Just kind of like a little night light that will hang from the ceiling. And I just think it would be really fun and cozy when you go to bed. It's not cold here yet, but I can just imagine it's gonna be cold outside and we're gonna be inside in his little bed, and he's gonna have these glowing little Christmas stars. And I think they're just a really great thing to decorate with kids. Number 9, get yourself some really great Christmas books. So I only have this one on hand right now that I'll show you, but this book I got on thriftbooks.com or something like that. I really wanted some vintage Christmas books to read to the kids, and this is The Night Before Christmas, and look how cool and vintage this book is, okay? It is awesome, and the words are so big. So if you are a grandparent and you don't want to have to get your glasses out, you won't have to, because the words are giant and the pictures are so beautiful. I wish I could link this book because it's great, but honestly, I think you kind of just have to look online or go to a thrift store or a thrift books near you. This one is the anniversary edition, if that helps anybody. And it's illustrated by Christian Birmingham. I also have a book called Happy Birthday Jesus, which is really cool, but I just think it's really cool. Get to read them for our family. We're reading them stuff like Santa, fun stuff, and it's just a fun thing to celebrate. But we're also making sure that we are constantly reading and talking about what Christmas is all about with our kids and finding great materials that can actually, like on their level, for them to get to have like an actual Christmas or nativity or Advent like devotional. Just makes it on their level, at their speaking level, like a fun way to kind of tell the story of Christmas with them, which I think is really cute. This little game I'm so excited about this year. I just got it from Amber Marie & Co. But it's called Soft Enough for a King. Help your family create a Christmas tradition of service. So I have not opened it yet, obviously, as I just unwrapped it, but my understanding of this is that you have a story that you can read, and you have all these little pieces of paper, and you every day, starting December 1st to the December 25th, you write down an act of service or a kind thing that you'll do for someone in your family or someone at school or something you can do or have done maybe at the end of the day. Each strip of paper you put in this little manger, and that's what creates the hay that baby Jesus lays on. So you're creating this really soft bed for baby Jesus, which I think little kids like Sawyer would be so excited to like tuck baby Jesus in and make his little bed all cozy. So I think this is gonna be a really fun one. I'm sure you could order more of the paper strips, or it probably comes with a bunch of them. In the tradition of classic tales like The Little Drummer Boy, it tells the story of a Bethlehem innkeeper's son who helps those in need while preparing the manger for a special baby on Christmas Eve. So I just think this is a really fun game or just family thing you can do together that just helps reinforce and teach them the reason for the season. Speaking of really fun games, we also have this new game that we're gonna play soon. I call it the Santa Pants game, but it's really called Old Saint Knickers. So the kids are gonna throw these snowballs basically at Tyler's crotch. Merry Christmas, honey. I don't really even remember which one this is. What are we on, 11, 12? Who knows? But Christmas candies. Okay, I know sugar's bad for kids, but I do think during the holidays, you know, you don't want to be a Grinch. Obviously, your little candy canes are kind of a must-have. But I also this year found peppermint Christmas nougats, which I'm gonna open. Here, I'm gonna take one of each out so we can show you. Hi, look at these little Christmas tree peppermint candy taffies. Aren't those so cute? And then also, we got a Santa sucker. And then these I'm not so sure about. They kind of melted. I think we could maybe work on the presentation here, but I think you get the gist. But especially if you're a grandparent, I think having Christmas candies that are age appropriate for your kids are really great. And these ones are just really fun and special for the kids, and probably for you too. Okay, this next one is my favorite one. Okay, these, you guys, are placemats that are paper, so they are disposable. So if they get stains or messed up, it's all good. But it makes your table so fun and festive for Christmas. On the back, they show you how you can set the plate on it, which is so helpful. And then they also have a paper table runner, and I have not used these before, so I'm gonna try them this year. It's essentially a throwaway drop cloth for your messy children. Hello, and it looks very decorative and festive and classy. So I'm a huge proponent of these. They also have these name cards. You would just write the name right here. But those are just so fun. It's gonna make your table so festive, and it's not like this really delicate cloth, you know, placemat. It's throwaway, so it's all good. And I think the price is pretty good on them. Yeah, $29.95 for 12 placemats. That's amazing. The next last, well, there's two more tips, but this is one of my favorites. Getting custom stockings. Now, we got Scout hers. Scout, you have a stocking? You're a lucky dog. And those of you that don't know, Brody's full name is Broderick. So we have his full name on there, and Sawyer. But I think these are really special because obviously they are just every year you're gonna use them. It's personalized, it adds a special custom family touch. And I get mine from Pottery Barn Kids maybe, or maybe just Pottery Barn. And it's just a way to make everybody feel loved and included, and when they grow old, they can take their little stocking with them if they want. Actually, I'll probably still keep them when they come over with their kids. Oh my gosh, can you imagine? That's just so weird to think of Sawyer having kids. I know that's how you guys probably feel, those of you that have grown children. My mom probably feels the same way. Time flies, doesn't it? That's what you say when you're getting old. That's how you know you're old. You just talk about how fast time goes. Don't laugh, Noah. And last but not least, an amazing thing to do when you are celebrating the holidays with kids, decorating with kids, is to decorate Christmas cookies with them. I did that this year with Sawyer and Brody, and it was very chaotic doing that with a 1-year-old and a 2-year-old, but it was still so fun, and I just love that we're starting these traditions when they're younger, and it's something we'll do every single year. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope that this video did give you guys some practical tips on how to decorate your home for the holidays when you have little ones around. My goal is to help you still have a very magical and beautiful Christmas without having to compromise on the beauty of it, but doing it in a smart, intentional way so that everybody enjoys Christmas and everyone has a wonderful time. Let me know if you actually do any of these things, put them into practice this holiday season. I would love to know how it goes. And be sure to watch the other videos that we have coming out for this Christmas season. As a lot of you guys heard in our first video, we are moving to Nashville. So a lot more about that, but I am just trying to soak up every minute in this house, and especially this holiday season. I love this home. You guys know I've loved this house. It's been such a sweet home that we've brought both of our babies home to. And I just am all about trying to make the most of this time that we have, and also really create those fun traditions that we can do anywhere. It doesn't matter the house we're in, but it's just the family that we have with us. So I hope it encourages you guys. I hope you have a great Christmas season, and I'll see you guys next time.